Babe, I got a song for you. You want to dance for it for me?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, ready?
Sure.
Bought a fresh notebook, thought I had a plan. Glue on my fingers, scissors in my hand. Cut out a little hearts, then I cut my thumb. By page 3, baby, my courage come undone. I picked the purple pen, then I lost a cap sticker on the table. Cat sat on my lap.
Hey!
Every time I start, it sure looks like war. I make one
What?
cute corner, then I need one more. Now I'm staring at the mess I made like a raccoon tried crafting night in the shade. You say, honey, what you trying to do? I say, survive this project with
you. Hey! You gonna journal with me, baby?
Yep.
Journal our way?
Journal our way. What? What?
Every photo ends up sideways.
What?
If it's a disaster, at least it's your way, right?
Journal our way.
Alright.
Alright, bye.
Alright, everyone. Welcome to Journaling Our Way. Hosted by me, Simply Blessed Crafts, and Joanna's DIY Life. It's hosted every month, the last Monday of every month. Let me make that clear. So we're gonna do a little something a little bit different this time, guys. I'm gonna be doing a little bit of an experiment. It's not really an experiment, but I'm doing something that's a little bit. We're doing a little bit more collage-y this time. I got so many magazines that I've gotten from like free rest stops, gas stations, stuff like that, and I've been cutting out a lot of images that I like. I'm one that really likes black and white pictures, and a lot of these are like really old images from around my area, some from around like my Minnesota areas and stuff like that, and I thought they were really cool. So I'm gonna kind of do a collage paper, two-sided here of that. It's a lot of people online right now are calling these a little bit more the style glue book, but it's a glue book journaling way. I mean, it's mixed media, it's collage-y. You can definitely think of this as a junk journaling way because you're doing it in a book, and you're using trash basically, because these magazines are just for travelers going through areas and to look at and then to toss when they're done with them. So depending on how you look at it. So I got all of these images, and I am just going to start at the very top in one and then start at the very bottom in the other, and we're just going to be like swapping, trying to find the good spots to put down these papers. Now, it was really hard for me to get both pages. My desk isn't very big, and it was very hard for me to try to get both pages in this in the view of all times. Let's put it that way. I try my very darndest to make sure that you guys can see what I'm gluing down. There is a couple times when I think I get off camera. But I do really like black and white old barns and stuff like that. Some of these got really yellow. But that's just from like taking pictures of old pictures and putting it in a magazine. They just had that old yellowish look to it, but I was okay with that. We are continuing with the yellow as well in this, but I absolutely just love how it turned out, and we're gonna start gluing down square images first, and once we get all of this lined up, and I'm going down to the very bottom and going over as far as I can, I learned a lot of stuff going through this kind of process by a gal that I've been watching a lot lately on YouTube, and I'm going to shout her out because I do watch her a lot, and her name is Nicole over at Relax Cut Glue. But she does, all of her stuff is just glue booking. But like I said, it doesn't always have to be that. Everybody's going to have their own style, everybody's going to have their own preference, and everything like that. But this is stuff that she's really passionate about and really good at, and I wanted to give it a try. So that's kind of why I'm shouting her out, because she inspired me to try it. It's not going to be everybody's cup of tea, but it is what it is, and don't feel like you can't cover up a little bit of your paper, especially when you got some of these big pieces. I mean, it's a collage, so you're going to collage over things. You're going to cut pictures in half. You're going to, express yourself in your art. You're going to be adding fussy cuts on top of it. You're going to add stickers on top. You're going to, make art out of scraps, basically. And that's what I end up doing after all of these are laid down and set where I want. There's certain things that I want to keep in view, and I make sure that I keep that in view. But for the most part, I want this to be a very gallery kind of thing. Right here, I have some of this kind of vintagey looking wallpaper, washi tape, and I'm just going to add this to the very edge of my paper. It got a little, I should have moved it over, because I can put stuff in the middle of it but the one picture I wanted to line it up towards the middle of it, and I didn't line it up at the very end of my paper. So I'm just putting a line of washi tape to make it more of a finished product. And here I'm moving my book over a little bit so you guys can see what I'm doing over here at this far corner. I'm just basically, this one I really liked. It actually says down on the bottom of the picture, it says, "Does corn grow in Minnesota?" It's kind of funny. And the corn is taller than him. He's standing in the field. You'll kind of see it more in the final reveal. I do show it. But I mean, it's tall. But I wanted to make sure that I left that wording, and so I made sure that stayed. But otherwise, barns, I have some horses on here because I really like horses. In some old buildings, and it's just gonna kind of be a play in eye. See here, I'm kind of just messing around and seeing what I liked, and I really like this film strip one, so I'm gonna cut that down and put that there. I really like the black framed around it, so it's gonna just kind of be a play on your eye take. This is a little bit different than the style that I have been doing in my journaling stuff, but this is a way of mixed media and journaling, so I wanted to play around with this little style, so I figured I would include this time. And I've been really inspired lately. This little word frame, I like the black and white, but it says, "Let's get social." So I added that because, it's black and white. Doesn't have to make sense either, guys. These stickers I just recently got. I guess I've had them for a little bit, but they're the older style stickers, and so I figured that they would fit really good on these. And the best part about these is that you don't have to stick them down; they just stick down really good already. But I had some roses, I had some calendar, some this one is a map. Some old cameras and stuff like that. So this one's a little pine cone So I thought that would fit really well with the barn. The roses were over there by the gals. They're all dressed up in their cowboy attire. So I figured I would put that over there. I have one here that's, oh, this is an hourglass. I just figured it was longer, so it would work better in that area there. Magnifying glass. I'm just kind of sticking wherever I want to do. This is a black and white word that I found. It just says wildflower. I'm just gonna stick that down wherever I feel fit. I'm kind of just covering up like little areas that I have that need little spots. But again, this is collage, so you're gonna collage where you think it needs it. Dragonfly. This one is off of my Tim Holtz thing, so I did cut this off as well, but this is a black and white thing. It says style something, and then it has a number. But I have a little area over here in this corner that I thought it would work really well with, so I'm going to cover that up. This one says family fun, and I put it down, or I put it over here where it had all of the, like, almost looks like a big, like they had the parade or something that was going on and down on the main street. So I was putting it there. I figured that it was probably more of a family thing. This one that I'm gluing down now is a little bit yellowish, but I liked it. It was everyone come to the table. Soup is on. I thought that was kind of cute. We have a lot of vegetables and everybody in the cornfield and stuff, so I thought it was really fitting. I put thriving down, naturally appealing. And then here I'm going to grab out some of my Tim Holtz dolls, and I thought these would be really fun to stick down on some spots where they could sit like along some of the pictures, like the edge of the pictures and stuff. So I was putting some of those down. This one kind of gets off the camera a little bit. So you're gonna see me put glue on him, but you ain't gonna see me stick him down. I'll end up showing it to you because I realize, oh shoot, I didn't have that one on camera, but I'll explain it. I am putting it down on piece of paper, but he's kind of leaning up against something. And then, no, I don't think I add her. Maybe I do. I guess I do. So yeah, this little girl, she's gonna be kind of just, oh yeah, I do add her, I remember now. She sits on the edge of the film strip here. So I'm just kind of lining up where I think that would be cute for them to kind of just stand and kind of have their arm on something. So some of these are really, really bright white, like the family fun and the naturally appealing, just some of the words and stuff. And I didn't dirty them up before I put them down. So I was just going over with some of my deoxide to just dirty them up a little bit because they're just too like white. I do kind of show you really quickly on there, but you'll see more on that in the final reveal. So we did a black and white one. So now let's do a colorful one. This one I kind of just brought out a lot of like nature and did a lot of like colorful images. This one ended up ripping. So I was kind of mad at that it was ripping, but it happens. My glue stuck and then my fingers stuck to it and then I kind of just ripped in two pieces. But I did kind of line it up to where it was harder to see. It is what it is. It happens. And I do love this Scotch glue, guys. I mentioned this before in one of my other videos, but if you guys are gluing anything, I mean, I was usually using like the craft school glue, the purple stuff, but that isn't the best glue. I mean, I think a lot of us know that, but it's cheap. But honestly, if you buy a whole pack of this, I think I got like 20 of them in a pack. Maybe 20 or 24 of them in a pack off of Amazon. And I think I only paid like, maybe like $15 for it. And that's figuring high. I don't remember the price I paid for it. It's been a while. It's been a little bit. But I've only used one glue stick since I picked it up. I'm on my second one now. I threw my first one away in this video. So they last a long time. They last a lot longer than the purple one does. And they stick down really good. If I can actually see where the heck I'm gluing down. I think that's my biggest problem, is that I don't always get the edges or something. But that comes with practice. Anyway, back to what I was saying. We're just basically finding the really colorful images. This one's really pretty. It is very dark though. It's a picture of a bridge in the evening time over like some rocks and a beautiful like what do you call it? Oh my gosh, river. There we go. We did put this gal here, she has her house all decorated out really pretty, and some like she's in the desert kind of style. I really liked that. But I really have a lot of the plants, like some red flowers and purple flowers and all that stuff. I really like the garden-y stuff. I don't do garden real life because I got a black thumb. I can't keep plants alive to save my life. But I think they're pretty, and I do like the way they look. Now, right here, because we have such thin little areas, I was just finding like little spots that had a little color. Like that one that I glued down before this one was like a little pink strip, just to give it a little bit of flair. And here I'm kind of digging through my basket of extras that we have. I was like, I need more color. I need more flowers or something that we're going to stick down in here. Something that'll fit. So I'm just grabbing out a couple of the smaller scenes. This one I really liked. It had the purple flowers. But I decided to put it over here because we already have flowers over on that side. I'm going to grab some words out here. I really liked this too, and it says, know your zone. She looks like she has an attitude, a little bit of an attitude, that lady. She comes out with her hands on her hips, and she's just like, know your zone. I don't know, it's like, to me it just fit. I don't know. It looked like she's just like, what are you doing here, kind of thing. But she does have a smile on her face, though, so maybe it's just in a friendly tone, but it was kind of cute. I don't know. Anyway, some of the words on that one kind of got covered up anyway, so. But I do end up grabbing out, I think it's actually here really soon. I think I glue down a couple more of pictures over here in this corner. But here really soon, I will be grabbing out a coloring book. It's a coloring and drawing book. This lady right here came from came from that coloring book, and you can get it from Walmart. I picked it up at Walmart. Wasn't very much, but I bought it because it had all of these like fashion and like black and white gals in it. They're really pretty. But I really liked the way they looked. So I picked it up to fussy cut and to cut out these gals for this for doing this kind of stuff for my junk journaling and stuff. So I cut her out. I'm not going to color her or nothing. I'm going to leave her the way she is. I am going to cut in between her arm here though. And I do that with my X-Acto knife. I am going to glue down one more word here because it's going to kind of be behind her a little bit, but I don't remember what it says. I end up covering up at the very end of it. Anyway, I loved this boot. It actually says Cowgirl Up. And here I'm just adding a few flowers and stuff like that. I'll get to putting her down here pretty soon. I'm not sure why I'm waiting. But yeah, here I'm kind of just adding a couple of my fussy cuts. I cut out a couple of these flowers and stuff. They're in like mason jars. I'm going to add some stickers. I had like a little butterfly sticker. Some of these stickers I've had for a long time. And they do some of them have a little bit of an edge on them, and this kind of circumstances, I didn't care. Normally I would have cut around the edge of it, but it kind of gives it a little bit more of it kind of draws out the image a little bit, and it brings out some color. So I didn't worry about that too much. And here we're going to glue down our little lady. Now I'm going to add a couple more of these stickers. Some of these came in some packs off of Temu. I'm not sure where I got some of the words. Some of the words I think I got from some friends and stuff that have given me stickers. I know some of them I've gotten off giveaways, off of Whatnot. I've had stickers from all over. But like the foxes and these little round ones that I'm putting on here, I know those ones I've gotten in packs from Temu. And here it is. And now we're going to get into the final reveal, you guys. Make sure you guys go check everybody else out. Let me know what you guys think of the style. Let me know if you guys enjoyed watching. And if you enjoy some of this kind of stuff, I'm probably gonna continue to dabble in some of this a little bit. I am thinking about doing another channel, you guys. I haven't really I'm talking about doing it. I'm trying to start it next month, but I'm thinking I'm going to end up putting all of my junk journaling stuff over on my other channel, and then I'll start doing more stuff where this channel has actually grown me on this normally, because this channel has been founded through through my normal crafting. And I haven't really done much of the normal crafting lately. I've been doing a lot more of my junk journaling just because that's where I've been feeling more passionate about right now. But I want everybody to enjoy it. But anyway, make sure you guys go check everybody else out at the playlist. Love ya. See you in the next one. Bye.